righty. And admit all.
Beautiful. Hi, everyone, and welcome to our spring meet and greet. Thank you all for joining us today. And while we wait for a few more people to connect, let me introduce myself and share a few quick announcements before we officially start. My name is Anna Yarushina, and I'm the Marketing Optimization Manager and the Ambassadors and Volunteers Coordinator here at NSHSS. And I'm so excited to kick things off today. On behalf of NSHSS, I want to say big congratulations to all our new members. You've joined a global community of high-achieving students, and we're so excited to have you with us. And to the parents and prospective members joining us today, welcome. We're so glad you're here. Last but not least, to all the NSHSS ambassadors joining us today to support our student speakers, thank you. Your presence means a lot. We appreciate you. Okay, today's event is all about helping our new members learn more about NSHSS and how to make the most of your membership. Aside from myself and Alexis Anderson, our NSHSS Scholarship Administrator, all of today's speakers are student members. They are ambassadors and Collegiate Council members who have taken on leadership roles within the society, and they're here to share their personal stories and insights. So please make sure to keep your microphones muted during the presentations and remember to be kind and respectful in the chat. Let us create a positive space for everyone to learn, connect, and enjoy the experience. Now, I'd like to introduce our host for today's meeting, Blaze Bowers. Blaze is a senior at Legacy High School in Broomfield, Colorado, and he serves as an NSHSS ambassador, and he's today's meeting host. He's an aspiring filmmaker, businessman, and entertainment attorney, currently working for Langley LLP as a law clerk, video editor, and podcast manager. In addition to being a professional actor, Blaze enjoys video games, law-themed shows, and is even writing his own sci-fi fantasy novel. We're thrilled to have him guide us through today's session. Take it away, Blaze.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Anna. Hello, everyone. Like Anna just said, my name is Blaze. I will be hosting for today. And let's just jump right into our agenda. So, like I said, welcome. We are so excited to have you here. The main purpose of this event is to help you new ambassadors and members understand the duties and responsibilities of being an NSHSS member and the opportunities that you have being here in our organization. Also for parents, so you can understand what your kids have just gotten into and what your benefits are. We are going to have a structured meeting of having some speakers first. We have a number of speakers here today. And then afterwards, we're going to have a Q&A session with 4 breakout rooms. You can hop between each breakout room, whichever one you want, and we'll talk about which breakout rooms are for which speakers and what will be discussed in those breakout rooms. All right, so now I would like to turn it over to Elena Rosario. Elena Rosario is an NSHSS ambassador and a junior at Eleanor Roosevelt High School, currently studying computer science. She is deeply passionate about giving back to her community in meaningful ways. Through the Organization for Kindness, she has created 400 handmade cards for mental health facilities and homeless shelters, making a lasting impact. Additionally, she actively supports sustainability efforts at her school by helping with composting and resource recycling bins. Floor is yours, Elena.
Sorry, I had trouble unmuting, but NHSS organizes your academic excellence. If you received an invitation, you've already met the eligibility requirements criteria. A 3.5 plus GPA on a 4.0 scale, or other academic qualifications. That alone is an incredible achievement. As a member, you'll receive a membership certificate to display proudly, a welcome letter from NSHSS co-founder James Lewis, a press release template to announce your membership, a member kit with information about scholarships, benefits, and partners, a free tassel drop to wear on your graduation cap, and an NSHSS sticker to show off your membership. Recognition. Make it official. Display your NSHSS membership certificate at home or in your academic portfolio. Be recognized at school. For some schools encourage recognition at graduation. Publish your press release in your local newspaper. Share your membership on social media. And NSHSS member event and be recognized on stage during an official member recognition ceremony, and connect with other high achieving students and celebrate your journey. Be honored, be more. NSHSS is a symbol of your hard work and dedication. Add NSHSS to your application and resume. Stand out with NSHSS recognition. Membership in an honor society like NSHSS demonstrates academic excellence and commitment. Adds prestige to your college application, scholarship applications, and resume. Boost your competitive edge. Show leadership and engagement and initiative through NSHSS programs. Gain access to exclusive scholarships, internships, and career resources. Connect with a nationwide network of high achieving students and professionals. Add NSHSS to your applications and resume, where to list NSHSS membership, college and scholarship applications under honor and awards resumes in education or extracurricular activity section, or LinkedIn under the education or certification or other achievements using your digital badge, and boost your competitive edge by applying to the ambassador program to show your leadership. I mean, you already are in it, but it shows your leadership and experience in event participation, and the Collegiate Council, where you get mentorship and student guidance and success beyond academic certification, career prep certification, and volunteering at volunteering and member events, where you would get public speaking, networking, and community impacts.
All right. Thank you so much, Elena. We will now be moving to Shifa. Shifa is an NSHSS ambassador, an early graduate student at Mills E. Goodwin High School in Richmond, Virginia, aspires to become a doctor specializing in gynecology and pediatrics. She is certified in teen mental health first aid and has a passion for crime mysteries, cooking, and assisting children with mental disorders. All right, floor is yours, Shifa.
Thank you, Blaze. Hi, everyone. My name is Shifa, and I am a sophomore ambassador of NSHSS. Today, I'll be giving a little overview of our network peers, volunteer opportunities, and then leadership opportunities too. So, networking peers, we have a big community, and I am so proud of the community we have. We have almost over 2 million young scholars starting from 2002 from 26,000 high schools in over 170 countries. Being an NSHSS, the biggest benefit is that you find people that you connect with really quickly. We have all these events and stuff that we go to, and we feel like we belong there, and it just feels like that you are being included. And sometimes you don't feel like people can understand what you're thinking, but here you find that one person or the whole group of people who like you understands you really well. Leadership programs, we have a lot of them, but before we go into them, I want to tell you about the events we have. Our biggest event is our scholars event, which is where, like Elena said, where you get your recognition and awards and stuff. It's also the place where you get to get your first volunteering opportunities as an NSHSS member. We also get to access different universities, and then you could get a lot of leadership opportunities from that. The groups we have like chat platforms like Slack, where you get to meet people and participate in their online meetings and share your experiences with them. And the live events would be, one of them would be the Scholars event that happens at different universities all over US. There are other events like the Ivy League tour that we're doing over the summer this year, where you get to go to all your Ivy League schools and see how the campuses are, see where you would be if you were to go to one of those. There's also a California tour we're doing where we're going to a lot of the California universities too. And over all these trips, what I learned was you get to meet the people. That's like the most important thing. You get to meet people and you get advice from people that's already been through all these. Support at every stage, which means like you have since high school all the way through college, after college if you're doing post-graduation, and then into your career, you have that mentorship or advice, somebody that you could rely on to give you the guidance you need all the way through. You would have scholarships. So there are a lot of Be More grant recipients, partners, and Illumins in here. We have a speaker who's been part of the Be More grant recipient. And we also have, like I said, we have a strong network that could help you get through the specialized fields. So for personally me, I want to be a doctor, and I've met a lot of people who helps me tell me how I could reach my goal. Beyond the membership, the opportunities you have is you get to meet those people that you could collaborate on projects and make a new organization that helps you with your future career. I am part of a Student United organization, which basically just supports and brings all of the nonprofit organizations that are student-led together, and we give each other support, and that just is so meaningful because you don't feel like you don't need like an adult. You are there for somebody else who was like you, making a impact on their community. So scholarships are for everybody. There's going through high school and college, and then our motive here for that would be Scholarship for College, Network for Life. Next, we have volunteer opportunities. I want to talk a little bit about what we have in NSHSS, and then I'll be giving a hint on what you could find through NSHSS that's external. So first of all, as a member, you would be volunteering over the social media takeovers, which is you take over NSHSS Instagram account for a day. You show your day in life as the member of NSHSS. If you're an ambassador, then you show off what you are as an ambassador. Speaking engagements would be like in-person events or speaker meetings like this one, where you get to share your experience and invite people to join you and guide them and all that kind of stuff. And then in-person support and leadership would be where you set up the in-person events like Scholars Day, and you also get to help new members and people who are not members come into NSHSS, promote our community. Online volunteering would be one of them. My favorite one of them is Love Michael, which is an autism advocacy, where you could do it remotely or you could be doing it in person if you're like where it is. I think it's New York, where you help autistic like people who's past education but who doesn't feel belonging in the world, and it's a job where they have a job and you just help promote them and awareness and all that kind of stuff. United Planet and Carbon Free Project are the sustainability initiatives we've taken. So they're like nature, like if you're like really into helping reuse, recycle, all that kind of stuff, this is one of the best places where you could make a big difference together. And then onlining with NSHSS would be the social media engagements for sure, where you get to promote it over, use your social media for promoting NSHSS. And I think that is one of the best ways to promote what we have and show your leadership, because getting into this is one of the best things you could have. But showing it off and how you show it off is definitely one of the ways you could do it. And then external is NSHSS connections. With you go onto the NSHSS website, you could definitely see all the volunteering opportunities we have. But then we also have Slack, where you find different member like nonprofit organizations who need volunteering that you might find fantastic or like matches you. recently we had an animation studio from one of our members, and I found that was really interesting, where she was making her own studio and we're making our own animations, and I found that really fun. Finally, we have leadership programs. So leadership programs, we have 3 of them. We have the NSHS ambassador, which is for high school students, and then after that you go into the Collegiate Council, which is for college, and then after post graduation would be the fellows. So I'm in high school, so I could talk a little bit more about the high school ambassadors, and then we'll have some speakers talk about the collegiate and fellowship. So as a high school ambassador, my experience would be like, it's one of the things that brought me into confidence. I had stage fright when I started this. I was a really shy person. I wouldn't talk to anyone. But through ambassadoring, like, I found out that I can actually reach my goals if I actually try. And I have a lot of peers that come and help me. Like, before this, we encourage each other, and like, I'm still nervous. I'm not saying I'm not nervous, but like, this definitely has helped me boost my confidence. Being an ambassador, your responsibilities are, first of all, promoting NSHSS. Second is just helping each other through the whole way. And then you got to meet a lot of new people. So when we go somewhere else, like, if, for instance, if I were to go to New York, I would have somebody that I already know, and we get to meet up, and it just seems fun. It's like having a friend that you've never met, but like you've already connected so well that once you meet them, that you know who they are right away. So that is what I would say is ambassadorship. So high school, you do organizations, you do nonprofit volunteering, and you have a lot of scholarships that you could get into with this. That's also on the NSHSS website. And who can join, like I said, would be all high schoolers from sophomores, juniors, and seniors. Joining would be your leadership experience. So for future, when you are like done with everything else and you get into a career, this could definitely help you promote yourself to a leader within your community or your career, whatever it is. You would promote, I told you guys the responsibilities, same thing. You network with a lot of people. And the application periods there's 2. One would be in the fall from August 15th to October 1st, and the second would be spring, February 15th to April 1st. And thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Shifa. Now we will move into Kendra's part. Kendra is an NSHSS scholarship recipient, Be More grant recipient, and NSHSS Collegiate Council member. Kendra is a McMaster University engineering student, is passionate about STEM, robotics, and coding. A competitive tennis player and coach, she now plays on McMaster's varsity team. After experiencing wildfire-related air quality issues in 2023, she developed Port Am, a personal air quality monitor. Port Am has won multiple regional and national awards and is now being developed at McMaster's Health Innovation Hub with support from the Be More grant. Take it away, Kendra.
Okay. Thank you, Blaze. But yes, so just a bit of an introduction from Shifa. I'm in the Collegiate Council, and it is a bit similar to the Ambassador program, but for right now, it is for university and college students. So more or less the same thing applies. Current college or university students can apply. And some reasons why you should join is that you gain the leadership experience, and then you get to mentor some of these high school students. And personally, for me, I got to actually expand my network, both with other Collegiate Council members as well as my professional network. A good example is that in our last meeting, we had Dr. Jan Leifman come over to speak with us, and he has been a long-term NSHSS member. And it was really cool to hear his story of how he became this successful physician and researcher, as well as how he developed Med News, which is a news, he hosts this news to kind of inform us on news about oncology. And I think that's really cool. And even though it's not related to what I'm doing, I learned a lot about his journey and how he got to where he is. So I think I got to meet a lot of cool people by being in the Collegiate Council. but some key responsibilities that come with it. So one is guiding high school students on scholarships and college life. So as someone who's currently living in university, I'm able to help anyone who's going through the, let's say, the application process, or even how maybe to manage your time, how to balance everything. I'm currently learning myself, but maybe some of my tips and tricks can help you guys. I also get to introduce VIP speakers at NSHSS events, and sometimes serve as a guest speaker on some ambassador leadership meetings or meetings like this. I also get to take over NSHSS social media. So similar to ambassadors, where in one day we get to show the life of, let's say, being in the Collegiate Council or being a college student, and kind of answering questions for any other people interested. And then participate in outreach and blogging, as well as mentorship opportunities. And lastly, to like mentioned before, I get to connect with other leaders in these virtual meetings, and I get to just chat with them in the Slack and GroupMe. So I get to bond with other people with similar interests.
Right, I can take over this section right here if
Okay.
you'd like, Kendra. Hi guys, I'm
Yes.
Alexis Anderson. I'm the scholarships administrator here at NSHSS. I'm also the coordinator for the Collegiate Council, and I work closely with the fellows as well. So our fellows program kind of works as a third tier program on our ambassador and our Collegiate Council program. Once you've gone through, your time in high school and college, and you've graduated and you're in your postgraduate career time of your life, you can join the fellows program, and it gives you a connection to other people in like a professional network kind of sense. So the idea is that you're building on these networks that you've developed through the ambassador program to the Collegiate Council, and then now as a fellow, you can participate in other more professional ways. We have fellows that we call on to MC our events. They serve as mentors for us for a variety of programming. We have a couple of fellows that have even graduated to be on the board of our foundation. So it's really just the people that decide to keep up with their membership, since it is a lifetime membership, and move throughout their journey through NSHSS and get all of it out of it that they can. So yeah, they come to our Scholars Days, our networking events. They contribute to our LinkedIn with job opportunities, just support through all of their different fields. Like Kendra mentioned, Jan Lefman, he is a NSHSS fellow, and he started in high school and graduated all the way through, and now he gives back in a different way by educating our Collegiate Council members. So it's just an extra step in your membership and how to really make the most out of your time with NSHSS.
Thank you, Alexis. So next we will have Nanika. Nanika is an NSHSS ambassador and a junior at Palm Harbor University High School IB program, Florida. She wants to pursue a career as a lawyer specializing in family and disability law. Some of her hobbies include dancing, organizing TED Talks, and tutoring kids with ADHD. Take it away, Nanika.
Thank you, Blaze. So today I'm going to be talking to you about some college prep and some brand deals that NSHSS is partnered with and that ambassadors get benefits of becoming an ambassador, a fellow, or even a collegiate member. So some of the main benefits that we get, especially through virtual learning, are free webinars, NSHS blog, and access to this wonderful program called the Success Beyond Academics program. So what free webinars we have is basically every week or every month we would have webinars for a range of topics. I believe we have a couple this week, actually. On March 27th, we have a webinar for SAT, PSAT, and ACT prep. And on April 2nd, we have a webinar for Secrets of Successful Applicants. And in these webinars, we invite experts, professionals, students in order to talk and educate the attendees about college, NSHSS itself, and more just about the professional field. And the ambassadors get access to all of these webinars for free. So it's definitely a good advancement and a good positive thing to look at when you're becoming a member. Next, we have the NSHSS blog, which consists of a lot of opportunities on many levels, such as college and leadership. And usually it's sent out through email or can be found on the website. And finally, the Success Beyond Academics program is a program that helps that the ambassadors can go through after we pay a fee in order to learn about improving soft skills and essential life skills, such as how to interview or how to get an internship. And basically through the program, you have to go through a module. And then at the end, you can collaborate with all the other members who are also a part of it and respond to each other through discussions and collaborative thinking. And these are just the QR codes to get access to all of those. Next, we have college prep resources that a lot of our NSHSS members have access to. As I mentioned before, obviously there's webinars and there's blogs, but also we have exclusive partnerships with multiple college aid programs, and some of them include College Aid Pro, Smart Track, and Method Learning. I know for Smart Track, NSHSS ambassadors actually get a free consultation on like information about college finance and how we can go about those, especially as some ambassadors are looking to enter college soon. And that is definitely a very good benefit to have. And apart from those, we also have SAT preps, and we have a lot of internship and career opportunities. An example of this is the intern group, which is actually a group that NSHSS is affiliated with. And what they do is they select high school students and allow them to intern abroad through like locations in Europe, Asia, and even Australia. And NSHSS ambassadors actually get a $200 discount when applying for these internships. So this is definitely a very big advantage if you want when becoming an ambassador. And additionally, we have other partnerships with global organizations as well. Some of these include Med School Coach, which is exclusively for high schoolers who are interested in the medical fields. You can you can shadow physicians online. And additionally, we have a partnership with Liberty University, which is a university, and NSHSS ambassadors get access to over 300 plus academic programs. And also when they are applying, they get their application fee of $50 waived. So these are definitely a lot of the benefits that NSHSS ambassadors get looking down the long road, especially when looking for colleges and prep in that direction.
Great. Thank you, Nanika. Next, we have Sarah. Sarah is also an NSHSS ambassador and a junior at Odyssey Charter High School in Nevada. Through NSHSS, Sarah has taken on leadership roles, organizing community service projects, and fostering peer engagement. Her goal is to make a difference and help create a better world for those around her. Sarah is passionate about education, social justice, and civil liberties, and has been involved in several initiatives to promote these values, whether through her volunteer work, leadership in NSHSS, or social justice projects like building a community library to promote literacy. Sarah is dedicated to creating positive change. Thank you, and Sarah, take it away.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sarah. So for NHS member events, so we have very cool and exciting upcoming events. So one of them is the NSHS member event at Clemson University. The date is April 12th, and this is in the spring. NHS will be at Clemson, South Carolina. Students will get a chance to explore Clemson University and attend educational sessions, network, the college and career fair, and be celebrated for the academic success, as well as Scholars Day at Johns Hopkins University 2025, which is in August 9th, held at Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore. This event is focused on celebrating academic excellence. It's an excellent opportunity for students to attend an educational conference to meet other scholars and gather insights into the college preparation and career planning events. And why attend? It's because you get recognized for your academic excellence and success. You network with fellow NSHS members and admission reps and gain insights on college career and preparation, as well as so I have attended as an NHS ambassador. I've had an incredible honor of being selected not only for the academic achievements but community service, and I've been being chosen as ambassador has provided me with opportunities, as well as joining these events was such a good opportunity for me. I met so many amazing people, and I still keep in touch with them. We provide each other with opportunities for additional success through my high school years, and I think it's really important for new members to really come and engage in these events. Okay, next slide. Okay, so for the NSHS academic tours, so the first one we have is in California College. It's the California College Tour 2025. It's from July 6th to July 12th, 2025. This tour takes students along the West Coast to cities like San Diego, Los Angeles, Santa Barbara, and San Francisco, where they'll visit the top universities such as Stanford, UC Berkeley, and UCLA. It's a great opportunity to experience the culture of the California's best universities and gain valuable insights into the life of the West Coast. And the second one, we have the Ivy League Tour in 2025. Dates are the June 15th to 21st, June 22 to 28th, and July 2026, 2025. For those interested in the East Coast, this tour will take students to Harvard, Princeton, Yale, and other prestigious Ivy League schools. Cities like Boston, New York City, Philadelphia, and Washington, D.C. will offer not just a chance to tour these iconic universities, also to experience the rich history of the East Coast. And I feel like there's also some fun events there as well. I feel like these are really important just to know the environment if you're planning on going to these schools, and just meeting with like-minded people as well. And for the travel abroad opportunities, so we have the Nobel Week tour every December. It's in Stockholm, celebrate the Nobel Prize ceremony and explore the Swedish culture. It's really important to like explore other cultures, which I think is really cool. And the tour highlights exclusive Nobel Prize museum and city hall visit, research lab tours, and U.S. Embassy Q&A session, Nobel laureate lectures in economics, chemistry, and physics, and traditional Christmas market and Stockholm sightseeing.
Awesome. Thank you. Our next speakers will be Alexis and Kendra, who will be talking about scholarships. I know I've seen a lot of questions in the chat about those, so hopefully you'll get some of those questions answered. All right, take it away, Alexis and Kendra.
Thank you so much, Blaze. Okay, so once again, I'm the scholarships administrator here at NSHSS. A big part of what we offer here are scholarships for our members. So in collaboration with our partners, we offer $2.5 million worth of scholarships every year. Those scholarship opportunities range through a variety of disciplines. We have our student athlete scholarships. We have art-related scholarships like theater, music, dance, all kinds of things, STEM. We have community service-based scholarships, pretty much anything that you're interested in or maybe have experience in. There's probably a good chance that we have a program that's tailored to you. So I can just kind of go through like the general things that you can expect on an NSHSS scholarship application. Can I get to the next slide, please? So generally, and this is going to be the case with not just our scholarship applications, but pretty much all applications across the board. So other scholarships, college applications, those kinds of things, we're going to require 1 to 2 letters of recommendation. These can come from ideally an educator, but it can also be a mentor or a coach, or maybe, you have a part-time job and you're really close with your manager. Really anybody that can speak on behalf of your character and your academic abilities would be a great person to ask. They're all going to require an essay ranging between 500 to 800 words. Those prompts are going to vary based on the program. I would always recommend, if you're looking at scholarship applications, to start with your essay, because that's going to be the thing that takes the longest. And those prompts are going to be on our website as well as in the applications themselves if you want to get a jump on them before the application opens. And then your academic resume, a color headshot, and then an official or an unofficial transcript. So our scholarship, as far as eligibility is concerned, they are all based on graduation year and GPA. So we have scholarships that are open from the time you're a freshman in high school all the way up to your senior year of college. So if you think that it's too early for you to start applying to scholarships, maybe you're a freshman, sophomore, it's not really on the forefront of your mind, I would highly recommend that you start as soon as you can. You can really start racking those up throughout the years, and then by the time you get to college, it won't be as stressful of an experience. I've never heard anybody say that they wish they started later when it comes to scholarship applications. So take advantage of those opportunities early on. You're going to thank yourself later. We have two different kinds of scholarships in the grand scheme of things. So we have our member-only scholarships, and then we have public scholarships. So the member-only scholarships are what they sound like. You have to be a member of the society to be eligible for them. Those scholarships are going to have a smaller pool of applicants for that reason. So they're slightly less competitive. I say slightly because we do have a lot of members. But compared to the public scholarships, those are just anybody and everybody can apply for those. So you can pay attention to that when you're applying to scholarships. If they're member only, it'll specify in the description like NSHSS members. And if it doesn't say that, then it's a public scholarship that anyone can apply to. It's just something to keep in mind when you're looking at our page. Go to the next slide, please. Thank you. Okay, so the timeline for scholarships, we have scholarships open throughout the entire year. They open in big batches typically. So we have our spring scholarships that close in the spring, open in the fall, and then we have our fall scholarships that open in the spring, close in the fall. So we're getting ready to wrap up with those spring scholarships right now. Those are all closing in the next couple of weeks, but then right after that, we're gonna have a bunch more scholarships open on May 1st. So keep an eye on our website. If you're not seeing an opportunity that calls to you, just keep checking back. They open and close on a rolling basis. So chances are at some point you're gonna find one that you like. Decisions are typically released between 6 to 8 weeks after the program close date. So even if you applied on August 1st, but the program doesn't close until October, you're not going to hear about it until after that October day, not the August date. Just keep that in mind. We are based in Atlanta, so all of our applications are due at 11:59 Eastern time. So keep an eye on that as well for all of you West Coast people out there. As far as disbursement is concerned, like I said, you can apply for and win scholarships at any point in your college or high school or college career. The difference is when you're a senior in high school or if you're already enrolled in college, your funds are going to be sent directly to your university. So when you graduate, if you're a high school senior, you'll provide us with your member, like your student ID number or whatever your school uses, the address at the financial aid office, and any other information that you need us to know, and we'll mail the check right to your school. If you're a freshman, a sophomore, or a junior, we will make the check out to you directly. We'll ask you for a W-9, you'll return it to us, and then you'll get a check in the mail right away. So all of the scholarships get paid out within the same year that they were awarded. And these scholarships can be used at any college, university, trade school, community college, whatever it may be. It can be international. It can be any accredited university we can provide scholarships funds for, domestically or internationally. We don't consider citizenship status when you're applying for scholarships, nor do we look at any financial information. These are all merit-based scholarships. They range anywhere between $500 to $5,000 typically, and they're purely based on your application. We don't ask for any additional kind of documentation, so you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, so any additional questions that you might have, I can answer in my breakout room. I'm sure there's going to be plenty. And if I don't get to your question, you're also welcome to send me an email as well.
Speaking of which, we are going to be moving to breakout rooms. As you can see up here, we have the full list of all the breakout rooms. First, it's going to be scholarships with Alexis and Kendra. Next, NSHSS membership and leadership opportunities with me and Elena. Member and events and volunteering opportunities with Sarah and Shifa. And college prep and
I guess we're all back. Blaze, are you with us?
I am. Sorry about that. Thank you everyone for coming. This has been really fun. I hope you got your questions answered in the Q&A sessions. If you didn't, please email one of us. I will go ahead and put my email in the chat so you can email me if a question got cut off or you wanted to ask a question but didn't get the chance to. And then I hope everyone, all of our speakers can go ahead and put their emails in if you're comfortable with that. Otherwise, you can email NSHSS. Anna, what would be a good email to email questions to? Like, because I know there's specific ones for like scholarship and ambassadors, but do you know if there's one general? Yeah, okay, scholarships, NSH.org. You're muted, sorry.
The member services department is probably the best place for general membership related questions.
There we go.
I believe that's info@nshss.org, but let me fact check that really quick.
Yep, so email that. And then I'll put my email in the chat in a second. So thank you, everyone. And please keep staying engaged with NSHSS and explore opportunities. Keep an eye out for webinars. And I just found it, by the way, Alexis, information at nshss.org. Yep. So please keep an eye out on webinars. And if you're interested in joining the NSHSS ambassadors or any other one of our little leadership organizations, please do apply. I believe it was brought up that our application deadline for spring is today for the ambassador program. So sorry for that inconvenience if you can't apply tonight. It will be opening up again in a couple of months for the fall applicants. But
April 1st.
What? Sorry, Anna, go ahead.
April 1st.
April 1st. Oh, okay. So you have a little bit of time. So if you want to apply that, I recommend doing that as quick as possible. All righty. I will stick around for a couple more minutes if anyone wants to finish asking a question, get a little bit more, ask a little bit more and whatnot. But otherwise, looks like pretty much everyone already left. So feel free to stick around or head out. Thank you.
Oh, in the chat, somebody asked for the slides. Anna will be emailing out the slides for all the QR codes and all that kind of stuff.
I'm putting my email in the chat now, by the way. There we go. So if you want to private message any of us to ask questions, or if you want to just like do a little informal question session, we can. Anna, how's that sound?
Sounds great. Okay, let's do a quick poll to wrap it up.
Oh yeah, I'll do the quick poll. Okay, I'm gonna release 2 polls here. Go ahead and answer them. Oh, how exactly do you apply to become an ambassador? Okay, so go to your membership, to the membership profile. Go under, I believe I'm on the website right now, just trying to make sure. I think it's yeah. So go to under membership, which is at the top of your top of the website. You're gonna see a tab that says leadership programs. Click on that, then click on ambassadors. There will be a little thing about it, and then there will be a link saying fill out your application today by visiting your membership dashboard. I can check really quick. So yeah, the spring deadline does close April 1st, just double checking that. So if you want to apply, I recommend applying as soon as possible. Then if you miss that, the next one is August 15th. Does that answer that question? And so Joseph, yep. Okay. So for Joseph, the application is really short for the to become an ambassador. You have to answer a couple of questions, just put some information about yourself, like where do you go to school, stuff like that, but it's not too bad. I believe there should still be a question about like, did you nominate an educator? I think Anna can confirm that. I know that was there when I applied.
Sorry, come again?
I believe on the application there is a question of, oh, did you nominate a teacher?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's still there. All right, for funsies, I'm sharing the responses now. So I got a question in private chats, and yes, the question was, you don't have to pay to be an ambassador, right? Yeah, you do not have to pay anything to be ambassador. You just have to apply completely free, and you can get accepted. No extra fees. For all of our like opportunities, unless it's like an in-person event or some kind of organization that we're connected with, none of our like extra, no, you don't have to pay for perks unless it's like an in-person event. So I'm saying here, what benefits you found most helpful? So if I'm seeing scholarships as definitely taking a cake, and then network of peers and leadership opportunities is tied and leadership opportunities. So I hope that was helpful. How many people are left? 19 people. Okay, smaller group. Do we have any more questions? Nope. All right. Well, we put our emails in, so I hope you were able to get that. Oh, we got one more. Is okay if you don't want to answer this, but have you gotten any scholarships in NSHSS? I have not gotten any scholarships, and to be completely honest, I have not applied for any. I know it's awful, but I have not applied for any. I probably should do that. I believe there's probably some. I think Shifa, did you get a scholarship? No, I think it was Kendra who has gotten scholarships. So Kendra, do you want to talk about that a bit?
Yeah, sure. What was about the application?
Or
Or
just like
The
talk about
scholarship.
your experience. How did it make you feel? Talk about the feels.
I see. Okay. Well, feelings wise, I think anybody will be happy to get free money. When I saw that I got the innovation in technology one in grade 12, I think it just kind of in a way boosted my ego, and it was really helpful because it was grade 12 and it was a stressful time. I understood, like, you guys, all of you who are going through this with the applications to college and university, I was there, like, I get it. So like getting that little, like, that scholarship honestly really helped with, well, one, actually funding my education, but also I think it was really good because I was basically, like Alexis was saying in our breakout room, telling my story, and it was really nice. That means I guess someone did appreciate my story and like the effort I put into applying for the scholarship, because I did take a lot of time to actually write a pretty good essay that I think captured me as a person. So I was really happy about that. And yeah, helps with the fundings, and like Alexis says, I plan to fund my whole tuition with scholarship if I can. So wish me luck on that, guys.
Thank you, Kendra. So speaking of which, I also just went through the college application process. Like I was telling my room, I was just getting emails about college like changes and status updates. So that's what I'm going to be doing after this meeting. But if any of you have any questions about the college application process, or I will say just really quick for NSHSS, when you're on the Common App, how the Common App kind of works is it gives you 10 slots to put everything you've done in high school, which is scary. I had to like merge things and like move things around and be like, oh crap, how do I fit everything in here? But if one of the things you can put in there is just honor societies, NSHSS, blah, 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 whatever ones you want to apply, you want to include if you're in any other honor societies. Then if you're you join the ambassador program, you can also add that. So you got a private chat question here. Have you gotten any acceptance letters yet? I've gotten a couple. I got into Chapman University, which is probably where I'm going to go. I'm still waiting on USC, which is actually one of the ones I just got an email about now. So I guess we'll see how that goes. I also have gone into Hofstra University, Rensselaer Polytechnic. Gosh, what else? Arizona, CU Boulder. I'm in Colorado, so you basically always have to apply to CU Boulder. And, oh gosh, what else? I think that's it. What was your furthest reach university that you applied? Definitely USC, but I'm feeling pretty confident that I can get in. I would say Chapman was probably my second closest reach. It's a bit selective, but not nearly as selective as USC. I also applied to NYU, which is the other university I just got an email about. So we'll see about that. I'm probably not going to go there, but that's another pretty selective school I applied to. I didn't apply to any Ivy League schools. That kind of scared me. So I just kind of stuck with USC. That was USC and NYU were the highest I was going to go. All right. Any other college admission questions? No? There was one question in my room that got cut off. Does that person want to continue? I'm not gonna name you right away, but if you want to unmute and finish. Okay, you're okay? All right, no problem. All right, I think we're gonna end then. Thank you everyone for coming. Oh, we got one more. I'm so sorry. Keeping it rolling. How long did it take you to write the essays? Oh my gosh, it took me a while, but I personally, well, I got help from my English teacher. I wrote all my essays and then I showed it to her, but I think it took me several hours. The thing that I would say is different with this generation of college applications and like the older generations is, for starters, they've shortened a lot of essays, and since it's on one application, you don't have to worry too much about like jumping between different websites or writing it on paper and filing it or anything crazy like that. So I would say it's a lot easier now. There's a lot more questions that are only like 250 words, which can be a little bit more scary because it's like, oh gosh, how do I say everything I want to say in this short words? Yep. Like Kendra just said, concise. I'm a junior, and do you think I should start my essays now? No, because you cannot. There are specific prompts that you are going to have. So like for example, I went on to the college, like to the Common App website before the applications opened earlier this year and like started working on essays. And I was very, very upset when it was completely different essays. So don't do that. Don't be like me there. Just wait until it opens up. And then once it opens up and you know what schools you're going to apply, yes, the prompts do change every year.
I would say that sorry, I'm sorry to cut you off. Just one thing about the essays. I think if you want to start something, you can start working on a personal statement of some capacity because that's probably going to be used in a lot of different places. It might not be exactly the same prompt, but it's something that you can kind of like get like a good page worth of a personal essay, and then you can like pick pieces from it and put it other places. So if you're going to start anything early, I think the personal essay is the way to go.
Yeah. For me personally, with the personal essay, I didn't like any of the prompts. So there is always the option of choose your own prompt. And so that's what I did. Because I just like looked at the other ones and I was like, okay, no thanks. So I got another question in here. Do you have a good feeling about USC? For me, I definitely think I do. I like when I first was like thinking about USC, it's kind of been my dream school, like really since starting high school. My academics for a little while were good, but not really quite there. So like I met with a college advisor and they were like, yeah, you're going to really need to improve your academics if you want to get into USC. And so this year I was able to bump it up. I'm now taking 6 APs, which has been a bit crazy. And so, yeah. Oh, my daughter is waiting to hear back too. Best of luck. I think your daughter probably is going to get an email very soon about it. Like maybe just even receive an email now. Like I said, I was literally talking when I got an email, like in this webinar. So maybe check in with your daughter to see if she got an email. Yeah, exactly. Fingers crossed. Okay. All right. See, Joseph is going through all of the elements in the chat. That's fun. All right. Are we ready to end this thing? I put my email in the chat if you want to look back, scroll back and find my email. I can also repost it since a lot has been said. I think I'll just do that really quick. So if you have any more questions for me or whatnot, you can email me or you can email information@nshss.org. I know we've run a little bit over time. Thank you for sticking with us and listening to me ramble about my college admissions journey. Oh gosh, we got another question. How are you balancing 6 APs? Okay, I'm going to be very, very quick with this and then I'm going to have to cut it off. I have been balancing it pretty well. I took APs that are mostly social sciences, which is really my jam. If I took like AP science class, like AP physics, I'm pretty sure I would not be here right now. So my hardest AP is AP calculus AB. It's kind of kicking my butt right now, but I'm chugging along. I'm working on it. But most of my APs have been really in my wheelhouse, things that I'm interested in. So I would say if you're considering taking a lot of APs, really focus on the ones that interest you. Don't take APs that just because they're hard. Take the ones that you actually think will benefit you and you think you actually enjoy, because then you'll do a lot better. All right, I'm cutting it off now. Too many questions. All right, thank you everyone for coming. I appreciate all the questions and giving me some time to ramble, like I just said. And we will see you all, some of you as ambassadors and some of you at our webinars. Thank you and have a great day.